Right, little video on these fog lights. So we're on our Range Rover L322. This will be...
No, we're on our 405.
We're on our 405. It's Monday morning. Right, we're on our Range Rover L405. This should be the same from 2013 to 2017. We are going to show you how to adjust your fog light and how to take it out and swap it if you've got a broken one. Right, now as far as we're aware, there was only one type of fog light fitted. On the Vogue, they had some black ones and some chrome ones. But there's only the one type we can see. Some cars didn't have fog lights. And bear in mind, this is a fog light. The DRL light's up here. Some people think it's a DRL light, but no, that's a fog light. If you've got one without the fog lights, and I think they're rare, you could bolt them in, but I don't know if the wiring is there for you to connect to. On the Evoque, it's not. You haven't got the switch or the wiring or the thing, so it's a really difficult upgrade. Whether it's different on the 405, I don't know. Right, so first of all, right, let's look at, so can you get the fog light out from the front? No, because the fog light, let's look at a fog light. There we go, this is an aftermarket one. It's got a little bit of film protecting the lens. So that's a fog light, that's what you've got. It's got LEDs. There is an adjuster under here. We'll show you on the genuine ones. It's actually white, this bit. And there's a little hex key there. And if you adjust that, I'll show you on the genuine ones. But you can see it moves the beam up and down. So if you are replacing your fog lights, the first thing to do probably is to get your car, drive it up 6 foot from the garage wall and mark on the garage wall with your fog lights on where the beam is. Because when you change one, you're going to want to get it at the same level as the old one was, probably. Right, so we'll go through that. Right, now if you look at it, you'll see that the hole is no way big enough. We're not going to get that out and all these brackets out the front ever. So it's got to go out the back. Right, now, we've got the wheel arch lined out because we did have a little think. We said maybe you can get at it from the wheel arch liner. So we've got the wheel arch liner out, and you can see the fog light is in front of this intercooler. You are no way getting at that without taking all that intercooler off, and it's probably easier. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's going to be a bumper off job. Now, Ian will do the little pointy thing. We've done the video of how to take the bumper off the car.
It's not too bad, really.
It's not too bad.
It's wheel arch liners, under tray, a few bolts behind each, and
it's a Saturday morning job. Just take your time, and you can do it on the drive. Not a problem. Right. So let's whip that out, and you'll see if you get round on the inside, you'll see where it sort of sits as I undock the bumper. So you can start to see there where it is in context to everything.
So we've got all this bumper loose, disconnected and stuff, so don't just try and pull yours off. No. Make sure you disconnect everything
first. But you can see where it sits there. It's in front of that intercooler. So I've got some nice rubbery things to put my painted bumper on. Right. Ooh. Smash into the disco. Right. So the fog light sits in a little carrier frame under here. It's got an electrical connector here. And it's held in with some screws. So these 3 inner screws actually hold the fog light to the plastic carrier, and it's the outer 4 screws. I've coloured them orange. Yours won't be coloured orange. It's the outer 4 screws there and there that release the carrier. Right, let me just grab, all right, and they're Torx T20. Right, so I'm going to choose to leave as much in place as possible because we don't want to strip too much down. So I'm going to take these screws out. Yeah, the screws were originally black. Now all screws are the same. All 7 screws are the same as this, so you don't need to worry too much about mixing them up. There we go. 2. That one under there. Now my bracket here was broken. I super glued this. I didn't realise it was broken until I was doing this morning. We had a practice so we'd look good. Look like we know what we're doing anyway. Right, 4. Yeah. Right. So they're all the same, right? And then you'll see that this cage is loose. Now it's got a lot of stuff, and you could disconnect all this. You could pull all these out, but you can actually turn it enough to get the fog lamp out. But obviously, before you do that, you've got to take the 3 inner ones. I just did that to show you that the bracket will come off. All right then. So again, these are all the same as those previous 4. Now, before I take that last one out, I'll just take that electrical connector out. Yeah, so you're going to push that little tab there. Oh, he's out already. I loosened him. But you've got to push that tab there. Push that tab in there, and that will release that. I hadn't reconnected that. My bad. And then, yeah, can you see that little one around the corner there? Right. Now I can twist it round and extract, hopefully. Oh, extract. So that's a genuine fog light. You can see how that's white. And I was going to give the little demo. Where did I put that Allen key? So you can see that the Allen key, and you've got to come up through this hole here and across to get into the Allen key. You need quite a long Allen key, but it
preferably a ball-ended one that fits it well.
Because you're at an angle. Because this hole here,
so you've got this rectangular hole,
passes
and then you've
through
got a little round hole through that undershield,
and then the adjuster's about here. So you're coming up in at this angle. And that's what you've got to do. And as you move that, if you look here, you'll see this edge move. There you go. And then go the other way. You can see it moving down. And so that moves the inner chrome bit up and down. So there we go. That's how to remove your fog light. You put your new one in. You can see you've got these captive clips here, which the screws screw into. There's your connector there. There's no changeable bulb in this. This is a sealed LED unit. There's nothing you can do with those units. So there we go. I hope that helps you out. That's how to change your fog light on the Range Rover L405.